What's up, everyone? Welcome to this episode of Becoming the 1% podcast. Today we have Olivia Kaiser on. She is a finalist for the challenge. She is the winner of Love Island Season 3. And today we talk about the golf ball injury heard round the world. You guys are going to enjoy this episode. It is a lot of fun. Enjoy. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so you want to start a podcast. I saw that. You told me that.
Yes.
Where are you at in that process?
I bought all the equipment, spent a pretty penny, as you know. I'm like, damn, okay, this better work for me. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm going to edit everything myself. I think I'm going to teach my little sister how to do it because I'm busy, but she's not as busy. So I'm going to try to teach her how to do it. I used to edit YouTube video. I had a YouTube channel back in the day.
Really? What
yes.
happened to it?
I got hacked.
No.
Yeah, dude, I got hacked.
Happen?
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
even
like,
YouTube,
I mean, it did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My email got hacked, so my email was connected to my YouTube channel, which I forgot the password.
How many followers do you have?
On YouTube?
Hacked? Yeah.
Oh, not like 13,000, but that was good for
That's
me
a lot.
back in the day.
That's good.
Yeah,
that
was like
sucks.
that was when I was 23 and I had no following on Instagram. So
my goodness.
Yeah.
So you got hacked.
I got hacked and
taken
then
away and
yeah, but now I like search it and I still can't find the videos, which thank God, honestly, like that's a blessing, honestly.
Oh, I feel
But
the same way.
so I know how to edit. So that's like
What do you use for your editing process?
I just use iMovie.
Oh, okay.
For everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You ever tried? Now you were the one obviously commenting on this. You use Final Cut, yes?
Yeah, that's like the next step in the progression.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not easy. I mean, for every, what would you say the ratio is? For every hour of recorded content, how much editing do you have to do on top of that?
I mean, it totally depends on what you're doing. Like
Mine was just vlog style, so it was really easy. As far as like I would like take like 2-minute clips of me. It's like on my Sony 5000 or whatever, X5000.
Yeah.
And then it was pretty easy. I just put music over it to make it fun and all that stuff.
Heck yeah.
There you go.
So what kind of format do you want to do? I mean, do you want to have multiple cameras, transition with guests,
that
kind of thing?
So I'm actually kind of doing the same thing as this. My kitchen is kind of off of my living room.
Yeah.
So I'm decorating that whole kitchen area, getting rid of the light in there, and making a whole podcast setup permanently.
Is that
Very
what you're
cool.
painting? You said you're painting your house and painting your podcast studio?
Yeah.
Yes!
What's the theme? What's the theme?
The theme is going to be very like Alaska farm-esque, like chic. So it's going to be like really dope. Yeah. So I have like a caribou head I'm putting on. Well, like it's fake.
Check it out. I had to wear this for you.
Yeah. Oh my God, Kalad. Wait. Oh my God. I know. We have to talk about that. Okay. Yeah. We have to get to that. But so yeah, it's gonna be very like just kind of a part of me, but also girly, because like I'm very, very girly.
A girly,
but
caribou.
also like I can kick it. So
Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're excited to see it.
What kind of guests do you want to have on? What kind of conversations do you want to have?
Well, my sister is going to be my co-host, and when I have a guest, she's going to step out, and it's going to be like kind of one-on-one, just kind of like that. Just kind of everything, like just in the world, what's going on currently, controversial opinions. I like to talk about stuff like that. I want to talk about my upbringing. I want to talk about other people's upbringing and like, kind of compare notes. I want to talk about life just going from a normal girl in Alaska, like literally with, 100 people as a following to jumping into a crazy lifestyle of reality TV and basically having no option but to share every part of myself with the world. And breakups, toxic relationships. I mean, I've been through it all, and I'm 30 now, and I mean, I've lived 9 lives.
I want to touch on that first point.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up in Alaska,
Yeah.
how did you end up on reality TV?
So, I mean, should I just go into like what brought me to Arizona in general? Because that's kind of what. Okay. So I grew up, born and raised in Alaska. I think people are like, oh, did you live there for a couple like years, whatever? No, I was birthed there, Providence Hospital.
Me
You
too.
know that?
Me
Were
too.
you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are from Alaska.
Yes.
This is crazy. I met so many people in Arizona from Alaska. I'm like, this must be the like
Same hospital. That's crazy. Yeah.
I know. So
what high school, if you don't mind me asking?
South Anchorage High School.
Okay, so I went to service before there was.
Wait, when'd
South.
you graduate?
I graduated in 2003.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
really
old.
old.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're like the same time. Like
You look exactly my age.
My little brother and my little sister both went to South though.
Okay.
So Alex and Alyssa Troutman. I don't know if you've ever
Okay.
met them, but yeah.
Don't recall.
Yeah.
I hated high school. I
back
really
then,
did.
the age difference was so much more impactful. Like
Yeah,
now, you meet
exactly.
people that are like 5-10 years younger or older. You're like, oh, we're like the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Back then, it was
literally.
like, we would have nothing to do with each other back
You
then.
wouldn't even see each other in high school if you're 4 years apart.
No, you'd be a
Yeah.
creep. You'd be like, hey, so what are you doing talking?
Oh my
to that
god, remember the
person?
freshman that would date the senior, and you're just like, yo.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're out of
Don't
here.
do that.
But I mean, I like South. I graduated in 2010.
Awesome.
So But I graduated a year early, but anyways, I hated high school though. That's another freaking thing. That's like that's why I'm an entrepreneur to this day, but I'll get there. So born and raised in Alaska. I always was very goal oriented. I don't know why, because my parents both worked typical jobs, but I just knew that I never wanted to be a slave to the system, 9 to 5. Like it just couldn't be me. So I was like, I'm moving to LA when I'm 21, no matter what. I wrote this down on my journal when I was 16. While all my friends were partying, getting crazy. I was kind of doing that, but my dad also raised us. He's very religious, Pastor John, everyone calls him.
Nice. Christian?
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, us too.
Yeah, okay. I go to actually Impact here in Arizona.
Oh, no kidding. That's awesome. Yeah, Redeemer.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know I need to find somewhere closer to my house, but that's another story. Anyways, so I wasn't really allowed to do much. I would if I wanted to go party with my friends, I'd have to jump out of my window and sneak out of the house, which I have done many times.
Me too.
Wasn't allowed to have any boyfriends. Wasn't allowed to do much at all. So I was like, well, I'm going to do what I can do. And that's set goals for myself and, become as independent as I can, because I don't want to be, and I love my dad, but I don't want to be restricted. Like I felt restricted when I was a teenager. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I'm never gonna let anyone tell me what to do ever again. So that's when I was had my goal journal, said I was going to move when I was 21. And on my 21st birthday, I picked up everything and moved to LA. I was a gypsy, kind of. I was bouncing around for my friends or even people I just met a week ago. I'd be like, hey, I'm crushing your couch. But they would obviously invite me, whatever. So it was very gypsy life. But I was all I knew is I'm not going back home. That's all I know. And from there, I started networking and meeting people, got into the marketing business for alcohol, Southern wine and spirits, stuff like that. And from there, I moved to here, Arizona, Phoenix, and used that job for a little bit, met a guy, moved in with him after a week of knowing him. And yeah. I'm a huge believer in love and especially love at first sight kind of things. And I clearly, my story, is a tribute to that. But so I moved in with him. We actually moved right up the street from here. It was Santan Valley area.
Okay.
Oh, oh wow, that literally right up the street from here.
Yes. And so I dated him for 3 years, and he was an entrepreneur as well. So it was cool because we both fed off each other and our drive. So from that, I started my own business, which started very slowly. I did hair for a while, and then because I went to hair school, did hair for a while. And then I was like, I hate this. It's mundane, standing on your feet all day, not a vibe. So from there, I was like, what do I like to do? I like to draw. I like art. I sing. I like music. I'm very artsy. What can I do? And I was like, okay, let me look into tattooing. And then from there, I started a business literally from scratch, working from my house to now having a salon in Scottsdale in Old Town. And it's very, very successful. Now I no longer really work. I'm kind of retired per se.
What's it called?
It's just called Live Beautifully. So it's a play off my name, Olivia.
Cool.
Live
Awesome.
Beautifully AZ.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So thank you. And so I have girls work for work for themselves, but as they work out of my salon, I get a percentage, and from there it's residual income, and that's always what I wanted. And along with that, I am teaching as well, so that's where you make the money. So that's
teaching your techniques and
so I teach. So it's a 4-day course, and I can do it once a month. And if I have, I charge $5,000 to $6,000 per person. So if I have 5 people, it's pretty good. Check for the month, as well as I'm helping people get where they want to be and not, be a slave to the system, like I said, and especially single moms or stuff like that. They can, be big producers for their family. So
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. How, so how did that translate to reality TV?
Right. Okay. So I was never on personal social media. My business social media, I was always popping on because I was very posting and stuff. And I got a random DM from, I thought it was a fake account because it had I think 1,000 followers, and it said, hey, we're interested in you being on this show called Love Island, da da da. And I was like, okay, this is spam, whatever. But I just went through another breakup. I dated this guy for 4 years. And I was devastated, to say the least, because I broke up with him, but he was a class A narcissist, typical, and not even he was mean to me. No, he was an actual narcissist. Now I know that, but I was like, oh my God, why do I still care about this person that treats me like shit? So I flew to Alaska, stayed at my sister's house just to kind of recover and just catch my breath. And that's when I got the message. And I'm also a big believer in everything happens for a reason. And so I was like, let me just, what am I going to lose? I don't even care what happens to me at this point. So I messaged back, and that next day they got me on a Skype call, and I was still is this still real? What is this? And they said, listen, this is not typical, but we're filming in 2 weeks. By the way, this audition process is usually 6 months. We're filming in 2 weeks. Can you fly out in a week? And I was like, what? okay. So I flew back to Arizona and they said, all right, you're going to Hawaii. And I was like, okay. So I flew out to Hawaii 2 days after I got back to Arizona, barely even packed a suitcase because I was like, what am I doing? I never even saw the show Love Island before.
Yeah.
And I flew to Hawaii.
What season was it?
Season 3 USA.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then I flew to Hawaii. Didn't realize that we had to quarantine for 30 days in a hotel room by ourselves. No phone, no contact from the outside world. It was just like,
God.
it was
in Hawaii or here?
Hawaii.
In Hawaii. That's right. Because Hawaii was
Hawaii
crazy
was
about
very
that.
strict.
Yeah.
And also the show, if one person gets sick on reality TV, everyone's going to get sick, get stop filming, and it's a live show.
Especially Love Island.
Yeah. Oh my God. Are you searching it? I'm screaming. You should search the striptease one.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, so I went there and got cast as a main girl. So there's 5 girls starting, and I was one of the main girls cast. 5 guys starting, and then from there, my journey on Love Island began.
So
and
for people who have not seen it,
yes,
explain to me the concept of Love Island. You have 5 girls, 5 guys. You're on an island. What happens then?
So there's 5 girls that stand in the villa, and they bring guys out one by one, and we step forward if we're interested or not, based on obviously first appearance and first vibe. I didn't step forward for any of the guys. So that should say enough right there. It's like, oh my God.
You step forward if you see a guy that interests you.
Yeah.
Just by him walking by.
Yeah.
So this is, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So
it's very superficial.
Very superficial, very bad.
Very
basically
superficial.
live action.
Like I said, I never even saw this until I was in the hotel room. They gave us a fire, what is it called? Like a fire stick for the TV.
Oh, okay.
So I could like at least watch a couple of the episodes of the season.
Yeah.
And then I was like in the hotel room. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm scared. Like, I don't even like to date in real life. Why am I going to do it for like the whole world to see? So, yeah, I didn't step forward for any of the guys because I was just like, dude, like, I was the oldest girl, by the way. I was 28 at the time. And the guys were like 23, 24. I also got cast, I think, because I was a businesswoman and stuff. And they wanted different personalities. Some girls were models. Some girls were... they had a character basically for every girl, and that's what I realize now. Thank God my character was well received, because some girls got eaten up on that show, like by like trolls online. But they had like
eaten up, meaning
like just crucified. I mean, bullied severely. Yeah,
really,
or canceled, or death threats. Like, I mean, I got my favorite. Oh yeah, reality TV is no joke, y'all. Like, it's crazy. And
death threats for what? You didn't pick the right guy, or
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah,
they're like, he deserved better. She deserved better. It's so crazy. So,
I thought people saying I had small legs was bad. That's intense.
They'll like threaten. Like my friend Trina got like her family got threatened. Like they were like worried actually. So
what?
Wow.
Oh my gosh. The internet is such a spooky place sometimes.
It's crazy. Especially when you come from like not having any people message you about anything, no opinion, and to like everyone, you know?
Yeah. I'm sure. I can only imagine I mean, either good or bad, you definitely had a lot of organic growth during that time. I mean, your brand, you say you only had a business page. Did you have a personal page when you went on there for the season?
I did, but I think it had maybe like 2,000 followers.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I went from 2,000 followers to I think like 20 or 270,000
in one season.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. That's outstanding.
Yeah. And then
all organic, all just from the television show.
Yes, but I did win the show. So it yeah. I know, right? I know the director.
Yeah.
So basically like the show went on and it was very interesting. It's very weird to be in isolation where you don't have a phone and don't talk to the outside world I was there for 70 days.
Why do they do that?
So like Alaska.
They want you to go crazy. I don't know. Alaska. Yeah, basically I was prepared for this from day one, you know?
So they isolate you, the guys walk by, you step forward, or you don't, or you don't.
Yeah.
And then what?
So
70 days
then
is a
the
long
guys
time.
would say, the guys had the option to pick the girl that stepped forward for them or to pick a girl that didn't.
Oh my God, this is savage.
Yeah. So I ended up getting picked by this one guy, and he's funny. He's nice. I don't know.
Tell us the truth.
No. I mean, he wasn't my person. I actually don't have anything too bad to say about anyone. I would say that it's just not my people. Like these guys,
the reality TV group in general,
the girls on reality TV that I've gotten to know are fire. They're amazing. They're smart. They have goals. They're sweet people. The guys, I swear to God, have 3 brain cells. I'm like, are you serious? So,
is this Love Island and the challenge?
No, I would say more Love Island.
Okay.
The challenge, no, there was some good quality guys on there. Yeah, gotcha. But some. But so the show continued. Whatever. I dumped that guy. And then there was a place called Casa Amor, And you basically, if you're coupled up with someone in the main villa, you both go to 2 different villas and they bring new people in to tempt you.
Okay.
It's very toxic.
Yeah, I was about to say. this is an insane concept.
So I went to Casa Amor, and I actually went into Casa Amor single. 2 of us were single still because the guy that I was with just got dumped from that. So America votes also for who they like and who they want to stay. So America liked me. Thank God. I love you, America. So I stayed, and the guy that I was with got sent home. Oh, also, you have to sleep in the same bed as the guy every night.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's just wild in general.
Hey, what's the chance of getting him on this?
I'm not going on the show. I'm
The
not going
cutoff
on
is
the
30.
show.
The cutoff is 30. So it's actually
There
a
we
blessing.
go. Great.
I can get you on Too Hot to Handle. How about that?
This
Too
is
hot to handle. Let's do it.
This is insane.
Yeah.
So
You have
they
to be
make you
hot,
sleep
dude.
in the.
Yeah.
What? How do they know you?
I was sleeping dead ass like all the way over here. I was
They
like,
make.
"Ugh."
How do they make? Is the film guy there?
No, there's 90 cameras in the whole villa. There's no camera guys in your face ever, so you don't even feel like there's anyone filming
There's
you.
cameras in the room.
Everywhere. Just
So-
watching us dress, watching us shower.
Was this Epstein
everything.
Island?
I mean, pretty close to it.
This is serious.
That sounds
fucked.
really
It is
crazy.
actually, yeah. You know, when I talk about it more, I'm like,
That's
It's really
crazy.
creepy.
what do we set up
It's
for?
Yeah.
very, very invasive. I mean, to
Yeah.
put somebody and lock them in this, and you're on an island. It's like an island is like
Oh, yeah.
kind of isolating by itself.
Can't
even if
really
you're just-
go anywhere.
No,
It's like,
what is it? You're
I mean-
not going to go anywhere.
I would say this, like, if anyone ever wants to go on a dating reality show, be super confident because that show can rip you apart. Like the challenges that we did challenges on the show, but unlike the real challenge that I was on,
Yeah.
these challenges were sexual or provocative or,
What's a sexual challenge?
I mean, we did a striptease on the show, and by the way, we couldn't really drink on the show, so we were stone cold sober for all of this, which made it more like if I was drunk, I'd be like climbing on the tabletops, but I was like sober. I was like, oh my god, I want to do this.
That's crazy.
So we had to do stripteases, make out sessions. We had the guys were all blindfolded. They would line the girls up. We'd all go kiss every single one of the guys.
This is insane.
I never thought about it. I blocked everything out. I don't remember any of it.
Imagine going through that. I can't even imagine watching that. I can get why people watch it. I mean, so because the whole time you're watching it, like, are they really doing this?
Oh, it's all jump scare.
And they cut it so
Yeah.
it's like it looks like it's
Yeah.
organic, and
Yeah.
everything's flowing together. How long did this go on for?
70 days because you
70
get voted
days,
off.
okay.
I didn't get voted off, so
Well, no wonder they make you quarantine. You're literally, if you get something,
oh my
if
god,
you
yeah,
get something, you're
yeah.
giving it
People
to
were
everybody.
like having sex in the beds, like
I was literally going to ask
Yeah.
it. I didn't know how. What if you really hit it off with your partner? What, you just basically film a legal porno?
yeah. They can't show it on. It's CBS, so they can't show it, but they can allude to it and see the covers move. If you're under covers, it's free range. You can air it. So some of the people would be like, "Oh, we're just gonna keep covers off completely." And by the way, the beds are all lined up. So
In the same
Wow.
room.
In the
you can hear
same
everything.
room?
Yes.
And people were,
You guys need to watch this. Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like a big orgy.
How did you find?
I know, and there's like 8-year-olds DMing me like, "You're my hero." I'm like, "Why are you watching this show?"
No.
Wow.
Oh, no. Oh.
But so I will say this though, I was my character was known as, I would say, like the intelligent, mature, knows what she wants, is not super floozy, one would say, and love all the girls in the show, but that's just what I was known for. So I went to Casa Amor single, and you're supposed to go back single or come back with someone else, especially if you're single, because they want more drama in the house, they want more guys, right? I went to Casa Amor, and I literally was like, absolutely fucking not. I cannot vibe with any. I'm not gonna fake it, and that's one thing I always was real. And I was like, I don't care. Send me home. Like, I'm not gonna bring any of these guys back to the villa because I can't fake it with them. Like, no. So I was. That's when I think I got my big following, is when I came back walking down the stairs single by myself and choosing myself over a guy, and that's what I did. And from there, me and one of my best guy friends from the show actually started really kind of hitting it off more. And then America just fell in love with our relationship, and it was very loose and very relaxed. It wasn't like we were putting pressure on each other, because at this point we're both single and we didn't care what happened. So we actually were genuine, and we ended up, getting voted and won the entire show.
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
I have so much.
And
I
now
don't
we
even
broke
know.
up, and it's been really ugly since then.
Yeah. You say you came, and we come from a very conservative background as well. What did they think of all this?
Oh my God, my dad tuned in every day. Oh, so the show airs 6 days a week.
And he was just...
He definitely turned it off when I was doing the stripping. But other than that, he was pretty clocked in. Yeah. I mean...
And he couldn't text you and be like, are you okay?
No.
No.
He's like, blink twice if you need help.
I was about to say, literally, you'd have to be glued. It's like, is she still there? No. Well, I don't know. She
know.
can't text me.
No. I mean, my grandpa watched it too. Yeah. Because I think that I mean, they were hearing it from everyone. My cousins were talking about it. My dad's coworkers were watching it. Their wives were watching it. So my dad's like, I gotta actually watch this thing. And also, like, at the time, being on TV is so like, oh my God, someone from Alaska being on TV is just not even heard of. Like, there's maybe a couple people that made it out and got into TV or anything. So everyone's like, it was, my estate had my back, basically.
Awesome.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't hook up in the bed knowing that my family would be watching.
No. I can't. There's
no.
also a thing called the, what is it called? The Fantasy Suite or... No, that's The Bachelor.
That's right? That's the other one.
I can't remember what it's called. Wow, but whatever. There's a little suite that you can go in that the cast or America votes you to go in, and it's an intimate suite, and it's just one bed. So I won that twice, but
to go in what by yourself?
Right? I wish.
Go in
No, I went in with the guy that I got with, but like I mean, and there was a hot tub in there, and like there's strawberries, but like then they would give you this much champagne as a prop, and I'm just like, dude. It was just not romantic at all. But we had to, they would be like, oh, do a little, like over there. So there was a voice of God. There was speakers everywhere. And they'd like, be like,
this
all
is
right,
Epstein's
everyone.
fucking island. This is Epstein's island. This is insane to me.
That's what I said.
They'd be like, okay, so guys, do a little cheers, maybe like a little smile. So yeah. And by the way, I love the producers. They were awesome. And they always like put our, comfortability and safety first, but like I think also some of the girls wanted to I think what it is some of the girls wanted to show up and show out, and I just did not care because I was just like, dude, like I just can't fake that. It's just gross to me or weird to me, and like,
well, you're not alone.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
yeah.
crazy. The shock value's there.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely has the makings of a cult following type show. I mean, it does, but
the supporters they're amazing. My fans from Love Island are so ride or die. Like, honestly, I think a lot of them actually went to the challenge and never watched it before and now watch the challenge because of it. So
the challenge is great.
Yeah.
Love
the challenge. Is great. That's more my speed, y'all. Like, that is what I should have been on day one, but obviously you have to get a stepping stone to get there. So
I'm at least happy you came out of it with some semblance of a. I mean, at least you've got a business.
I mean, I won $100,000, and
That's
then
awesome.
We split it, so $50,000 each. Won that from it.
You and the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a free trip to 70 days. Well, though, I mean,
no, it was
Stockholm
hell.
syndrome alone.
We were in Hilo, Hawaii, so it's the rainiest place in the entire U.S. So, and I have curly hair. My hair was insane every day. I was like, I'm not cute here. I hate it. It was horrible, and I'm really pale, so I like was burnt.
And you were how old when you got on there?
28.
28.
Yeah,
okay.
2 years ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it was then
Recent.
you went right to the challenge.
Yes.
Right afterwards.
Yes. So I haven't even had a breath.
Was it the same thing? They just called you, DM'd you, said, "Hey, you're going on the challenge."
No, I ended up getting a manager, and because after Love Island, you get a lot of people reach out to you and they want to manage you or whatever. Got a manager, got the call for the Challenge USA. So there's 2 challenges. Well, there's many, but there's the Challenge USA that's on CBS, and then there's the main flagship show on MTV. So I got called for the CBS one, which brought a ton of Love Island people, as well as Big Brother, Amazing Race, and something else I can't remember. And so they competed.
That was news to me that a lot of the same types of people from all the reality shows hop around from it. I didn't know that. I had no idea that was the
that's
norm.
like, because people are invested now into my life more than I am even. I'm like, gosh, like the paragraphs I get every day. But so people are more invested in my life. So they want to use people that are known because that's how the other shows will get more views.
Yeah.
Got it.
And also keep up with us.
Because you're bringing all of your followers, everyone with you onto that. I got to ask you on the challenge, what was it like getting thrown into elimination by your love interest, Nelson? Because me and my wife were huge fans, and we were like, that's cold. We've never seen that one before.
Yeah. So a little tea is that I actually encouraged Nelson. Wait, which time?
So
he did this more than once?
He threw you into elimination twice?
Twice. Yeah.
The second time, I believe.
Okay. With Fessy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because
so I actually pushed him to pick Fessy over me, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because I wanted, when I'm with a guy, I want my guy to be a man. I want him to be the bigger person. I want him to be, a leader. And I thought it would be petty if they squashed their beef and he picked me over Fessy to get revenge. Okay. I was like, that's not a true forgiveness then. That's in my book. Also, I didn't know what me and Nelson were going to ever be. And I didn't want him to hold over my head that he picked me and ruined a friendship.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
Clearly, thank God I did that because me and him are no longer obviously speaking at all. He blocked me. So
why?
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't want to be with him.
So he blocked you? Mm-hmm. And if that ain't reality TV star dudes in a nutshell, I don't know what is.
Like you're never gonna see him again.
Well, right.
On the
Well,
next,
actually,
you're gonna see
the next
another
challenge
show for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, his excuse was that it was too hard for him to see me. So,
okay.
I don't know.
So I also have to say, you guys had one of the best rookie teams ever. You and Horatio. Horatio was a badass. That guy came back from, what is it, 5 eliminations?
Yeah.
You came back from elimination twice? Three times?
Yeah.
And you guys made it to the final. So that was, me and my wife are challenge junkies, so we've watched almost all of them. And out of all the challenges, you guys probably had the best rookie team I've seen. So
I know,
congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's honestly insane.
Where did he play? This is the professional soccer player, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where did he play? Because I was trying to find that.
He wasn't a professional soccer player as far as like on a team. He was like, what's it before a team? I don't know. He was like in the run. Yeah. He actually just signed with another with a pro team now. I don't remember what it's called, but he was kind of in juniors, I guess I'll say. But he is amazing. It's insane. He actually was at my house yesterday.
Oh, sick. Is he local to Arizona too?
No, he lived here once.
Once,
yeah. But he actually was just going to the Grand Canyon with 6 of his guy friends from his other show, Exathlon. It's a competition show. It's kind of like American Ninja Warrior.
XL Clone?
No, Exathlon.
Can you spell it?
Shut up. I can feel
I think it's EXA.
See if we can find it.
LON.
Is it a USA? I mean,
no,
is it American?
It's no. I mean, it's an American show, but it is it's on Telemundo.
It's a Spanish speaking show.
Got it. Oh yeah.
Got it.
Here
Outstanding.
Here it is.
So
we got it. This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this to me is so much more appealing. I like the kind of, anything like this, the rock show, the challenge, anything where there's actually a physical competition involved, that appeals so much more to me, at least to watch, than something like The Bachelor or Love Island.
His show didn't have like any, like, the challenge has like the reality part too.
Yeah.
His show didn't. It was just competition, straight competition.
Just straight. And is it all like physical competition?
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it. Yeah.
He's insane on the show. You guys need to watch it. Like, you won't understand anything, but like, it's insane. He is a beast. Like, yeah.
Well, they do a really good job of that on the challenge too, of like just taking people from all walks of life and putting them in situations where like you have to butt heads and you have to really confront your fears. And I think it's cool how they set that dynamic up on the challenge more than any other program I've seen before.
Yeah, I mean, I got cast for CBS Challenge, and so I flew to Argentina, ended up being an alternate, so I was there for 2 weeks, just in the hotel room waiting to get called in, never did, so I came back. And then I got the call for the regular flagship, or the main flagship show, and I got on, flew out to Argentina again, became an alternate again, and then someone got sick, and that's the only reason me and Horacio went in.
Okay.
Do you you get paid to be an alternate though? Yes. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say two trips to Argentina.
Not insane, but yeah. So we actually literally, because someone got sick, that's the only reason we got on the show. And thank God, because it's been an insane journey for us, and even just the show and the season in general. I was blonde. I've been in a lot of hair colors.
we would be remiss if we did not ask how your journey ended on the challenge, because that was one of the most heartbreaking things that I've seen.
That's the craziest thing I've seen.
I know. Have you guys all seen it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And okay, first off, I gotta ask, because I'm sure you've watched the actual footage from the camera many times. It isn't quite clear what happened. You're doing, for those who don't know, can you pull it up?
Yep.
This exact clip of what I'm talking about?
We're not going to be able to show it, FYI.
We can't show it? Okay, fine. Then I'll describe it.
Yeah.
Giant slingshot targets in front. There's a golf ball. Is that what it is?
Yes.
In this little sack that you pull back. And now you had already broke your finger?
No, I ripped my flesh out of my finger and my nerve.
Oh my gosh.
And the meat was out, and like the little nerve was out hanging. It was so
that part I missed. How did that happen?
Yeah, so there are these bolas, and oh god, I literally watched this like over 500 times now. I'm like, I can't even watch it.
Oh, it's just the
it's a sound. It's a sound when it like literally hits me in the face. I know. I'm like, I can't even watch it.
I don't understand what happened. Did the ball go down and hit the? Oh no!
It's so bad.
Oh, and it's just like and it's immediate. It's immediate. And for anyone who hasn't witnessed a broken nose or seen something like that, it's just there's no stopping the bleeding.
No. Oh my god. It was going down my throat. It was insane. I mean, I thought my nose was on the side of my face. Like, that's how it felt.
Wow.
Did the ball hit that bottom beam? Do you have any idea what happened?
No, I wish
that would have flipped around.
Yep,
so the sling flipped around, and so you're pulling it back, and there's a little holster.
It went forward, flipped, and then shot. So it didn't hit anything.
No,
shot back right at her.
So it was full force, 110 miles an hour.
And honestly, if that was an eye or something,
they said I would have been dead.
Yes.
Yeah,
because it would have gone into your eye.
It would have went to my brain.
and it went straight between
Wow.
your eyes.
Yes,
Literally
and this is the
within-
strongest part on your face, apparently. So I'm very lucky. If it hit me in the cheek, I probably would have had like construction surgery. And my face, like, I mean, listen, it's my face. Like,
your face is about to show up when you go to the camera. You're like, well, and then your face.
I know, and that's not boogers, y'all. That's actually blood clots.
Oh no! It's
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh!
And I literally didn't want to cry because I didn't want them to DQ me.
Yeah.
So I was like, and I literally, they
could
don't
tell.
show this. I was like, no, please let me continue. I'm not going to stop, not going to stop. But it welted up. Obviously, you see right away.
Oh yeah, it's not possible. And he was such a good teammate.
I know.
I was really impressed
I
too
know.
because it would have been real
I
easy
know.
for a reality TV star such to be like, oh come on, you gotta be like, no. He was,
yeah.
Yeah.
He knew it was serious. It was a serious injury.
Yep.
No, I know. It was crazy. And like, I think I got a concussion too because I couldn't remember like what year it was or my birthday or something like that.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
a concussion.
ambulance.
Definitely.
It's definitely a concussion.
Yeah, so that was bad. And then, I mean, it hurt. Like, everyone's like, did it hurt or was it numb? I'm like, no, that shit hurt.
Did it hurt?
yeah.
Oh my
Of course
God.
it hurt.
And all I cared about was like, is my nose straight? Because it felt like it was on the side of my face. And like
It looks very
one of
very
my
straight,
one of
by
my
the way.
biggest insecurities growing up was my nose. I don't ask me why. I'm a girl. I don't know. I just was going through it. And so I hated my nose anyway. So I was like, oh my God, like I now it's going to be like screwed.
Look
And
at yes.
I know. And they actually were like, Olivia, do you mind coming on camera? Thinking I was going to say no. And I was like, yeah, I'll go back on camera. Like, I'm going to show what happened. I'm
Yeah.
not going to just like ghost off, like bring me back, put me back
Yeah,
in.
of course. Yeah.
I honestly thought that they would maybe have given us like an option to continue, but like I was also like wishful thinking, but yeah.
But it's I mean, I couldn't even tell you who actually won this, but I remember this.
Right.
Like, this is the most memorable
That's-
part about the entire
yeah.
season, not who won.
Yeah.
It's like, this is insane. How often does something like that happen to anyone in life?
I mean, obviously I have good aim.
Right between the eyes. You are very fortunate.
I know.
Sincerely.
I could have lost, even if I, best case scenario, lost an eye and not died from getting hit in the eye, I would have been like Fetty Rap or Fuddy Wap, whatever. I'm like, and like,
great.
oh, also if you go back, if you can't see, you can't go back on the challenge. So that would have been it for me.
Right. if
And
you
there's
don't
no
have-
redeeming myself. And I'm sorry, but like, I have to win. I'm a winner in life and I manifest that and I speak it into existence. I'm going back and I'm winning.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be the biggest redemption of all time and I have to do it.
And
So I'm like, thank God.
You imagine they have to do like this. There's a safety team that has to go through
Yeah.
all of these challenges before you guys actually do them as the contestants. They probably never experienced or even thought that something like that could happen.
I actually thought about it when I was doing it.
Then it
and-
could come back and hit you.
Yes, and also they let Jordan and Anissa go right after us and do it.
That's right.
Like what?
Yeah.
That is crazy to me.
That's
crazy.
crazy
To me. It just shows that the show does not care if you get hurt or your safety.
And I assume
and
they
now I
make
do
you
not want to
sign-
jump off any buildings. I'm like, I don't trust anyone now.
Seriously.
Like, I don't
Do
trust
they,
anyone.
they have to make you sign something to be like, hey, if
Yes,
you
we sign our
die,
life away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't do anything to us. We're not
I mean,
liable.
I probably could have sued, but like, I want to go back.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. So,
Plus, it would kind of alter the story a bit if you then sued the challenge. You took
listen, I'm tough. We're
literally took it on the chin
We're good.
or in between the eyes.
good. Right. Yeah.
So how do you? Okay, so you get hit in the face with a golf ball, then you go and you become a pro golfer. How did that come to pass?
No, so I actually put that. It's a joke.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. So pro golfer is because of the golf ball.
I
Yeah.
see that now. Yeah. I brought that up and I'm like, she's a pro golfer. I can't find anything on it. And they're like, really? I get it. That's funny.
Yeah, no, I have to make a joke. I don't take anything in life too seriously. I mean, I have to make some jokes of it. Otherwise, I'm gonna like cry myself to sleep every night.
That is,
You know.
that is pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I get it.
So
I
you're
actually
trying.
meant to take it down. It was. I put it up there when the episode was airing.
Don't take it down.
Yeah.
It's,
Right?
it's outstanding now that I get it. I just, yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're trying to go back on the challenge again. You want to be on the.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I may or may not have. May or may not know if I'm going actually.
Okay.
So,
You
Okay.
But you can't tell us one way or the other.
Can't tell you,
Can't tell
but
us.
listen, I'm ready. I'm training now, getting my cardio up. Because your girl could not run. I mean, I did because I'm not gonna look like I suck, so I would keep up. But I was in a lot of pain running.
Yeah,
So now I can run easier.
Cardio's huge.
Oh my God.
Swimming's huge. Like
Swimming's
things
huge.
that a lot
Actually,
of people
yeah.
don't think of. Or
I was
train
actually a good
for.
swimmer. You know, like in Alaska, we grew up like swimming on the lakes and stuff, but
Yeah.
you don't like account for the water being ice cold and having to swim at full force for an extended amount of time.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Where do they traditionally make you swim in the challenge? The ocean? Lakes?
No,
Lakes,
random,
ponds,
random,
lakes.
disgusting,
Yeah.
like hazardous waste ponds. Like every time we got in the water, we'd get sick. It was crazy.
Oh my
like,
God.
yeah, we'd get cold or something would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your training like for this? I mean, what would you say is optimal?
I didn't train
for-
at all one day before I went on the show.
What? Really?
No.
Okay, so then obviously this
But
time
it's Alaska
around,
strong, you know?
Yeah.
Now I'm training.
Now
Because
you're
now
training.
I'm ready to go and like, you know, if I have to go into elimination and do like a pole wrestle or like a true hall brawl or stuff like that. I'm good at puzzles like already, so that is, you know, a win for me. I think my only setback is my cardio, so that's what I'm working on now. So I'm doing a lot of I'm trying to do more CrossFit, trying to do more like instead of heavyweight training, because when I was younger in my early 20s I was training for bikini competitions.
Sure.
So that was basically aesthetic. Now I'm training for like actual like
Functionality.
Yeah, functionality. So.
Oh man, you're
Yeah.
speaking my lingo. That's good.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Would you say pole wrestle is probably one of the toughest eliminations on the challenge?
Yeah. I would say because who grabs a pole and starts wrestling with their friend? No one. So the first time you do it is basically in the sand, right? So I mean, I've never done it, but I also think that I probably could take most of the girls just because of my size.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly though, I will say going on the show, the girls were way bigger than I thought. Like so most of them are taller than me, and I'm tall.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7", but
Yeah.
I'm 5'8".
And you what?
And
I mean, did
they're
you play
like-
sports or anything back?
Yeah, I played soccer.
Okay.
And I mean, I had sisters, so I wrestle all the time.
Nice.
But pole wrestling I think I have very good upper body strength. It's obviously not about that. It's kind of weathering the storm.
A lot of grip strength too.
Yeah. But it's like weathering the storm and also like just outsmarting your opponent. So I mean, I've never done it, but maybe I'll have to practice learn
is
some
intense,
strategy.
yeah.
But
Which one of the male contestants you think is the strongest?
Oh God, I mean, it just depends because size is such a thing. Fessie's like, you know, really strong. He's also 6'4".
He's an ex-football player.
240 pounds maybe. Yep. And then I mean, there's no match if you're 5. Like Nelson is, you know, 5'10", and 100
CT
or
is a
200
beast.
pounds. Yeah, CT is a beast. I've never played with him though, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Did you
Actually,
play with Johnny?
I played with Johnny Bananas. Yeah.
Yeah, he's strong.
Yeah, he's strong too.
Getting older,
but
but
you know
he's
what I mean
strong.
though. Like it's kind of like size, and like if you're equally matched, then I can say who's probably naturally stronger or who like would win. But it just depends. The challenge is also a lot of luck.
Yep.
So
A lot of luck, a lot of mental, and there's a lot of stuff outside of just strength. There's like endurance. I mean, when you get to the final, it's like almost a
God.
lot of running.
I mean, the final, the tires that we ran in the final, it doesn't show this. That was like 8 miles.
Oh wow.
And I've never
Really?
ran. Yes, and I've never ran over 3 miles nonstop in my entire life.
And you didn't train
Other
one
than
day
soccer,
before
but I
this.
don't.
Yeah.
No.
Soccer's
and-
not continuous
no,
running
and-
though. Soccer's like quick
soccer,
spurts of running.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And in the house, this was my era of just party girl. I was drinking every single day. I was hungover every day, and I still did really well.
During the challenge?
Yeah.
That's also something we didn't
So yeah, oh my God, I was drinking every day because I was hated my life there. I was like, this is so boring. Like I can't. So I was drinking every day. I'm actually currently now sober, but
Good for you.
yeah.
Good for you.
So it's been hard, but it's, you know, I feel like there's a point in your life where you need to just really check yourself, and if everything you're doing is not working, what's the next step? And for me, that was cutting out alcohol altogether.
What's that been like? I mean, have you noticed any? How long have you been sober?
Yeah. I try to be. I've had a battle with it for a while.
Yeah.
I go a month and then I slip up, and then I go like another week and slip up. 2 weeks slip up, but now it's been almost 3 weeks, which is big for me because I drank every single day. And I mean, it's kind of not really even looked at like a bad thing because of the lifestyle I live, and go to events every day, almost, and whether there's champagne or a glass of wine or a White Claw pop, it's like I was drinking, you know, at least one drink every day, and
Right.
and that's
it's almost
just,
expected.
yeah, and I'm just like, dude, like I'm just feeling very lethargic. I feel unmotivated, and I'm not hitting the goals I want, which in turn leaves me to feel like I'm not producing, which is I'm not growing, which means I'm dying, which means I'm not, you know, there's no purpose. I felt purposeless.
Yeah.
So I was kind of falling into depression, which I've never been depressed before. And I was falling into deep depression. Barely could like even want to get out of bed because I was like, for what? Like, I'm not doing anything that's making me a better person. And ever since I really, for real, I had a crazy like just switch in my mind that went off about 3 weeks ago. And I was just like, nah, I honestly probably could never drink again and be happy. And I have felt so amazing.
That's awesome.
Ever since then. And so strong and powerful and just like ready for whatever comes my way.
Awesome.
So.
I quit 9 years ago, and
Did you?
The longer that you go without drinking, the easier it gets, and the expectation goes away where, you know, people aren't handing you drinks or expecting you to go out. So keep with it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And also I've learned that the real friends will actually, you know, stand by you and help you, and not like peer pressure you to be like, come on, you can have like a drink once in a while. It's like, but like I can't. Like I personally can't, because then I go on a 2-week bender. You know what I mean? And and it's also like glamorized. Like I said, in the industry that I'm in, like I go to LA and, you know, we look beautiful, like we're dressing up, so we don't look like we're sick, but then, you know, you don't see us a week after that where we're like in bed, barely moving and like not catching up with our, you know, dates for brand deals or, you know, so.
And the older you get, the more impactful that is.
I was looking old. I was like, ew, I look aged. I started looking at myself. I was like, oh my God, like that doesn't even look like, I couldn't even recognize myself.
Alcohol is the single worst thing we can do as we age. I mean, as a developing mind, it's terrible too when you're younger.
There's meth, but
yeah, there's other substances.
I can see moving at least.
But I mean, alcohol. Let me rephrase. Alcohol is probably the single worst legalized thing that you can do for your body.
Yes.
I mean, it's widely accepted. It's encouraged. It's not even oftentimes looked at as something that, you know, is unacceptable in any social setting. But it's terrible for you. It's poison.
Yeah.
Very bad.
And I think that's also a big reason. I know that the challenge we didn't win because of a freak accident, but I also think that it was a huge check for me into reality of like, looks are not everything. I was becoming so superficial that I just didn't even recognize myself anymore, or I didn't even know who I was as a character. I was just like kind of based on like the attention I got from what I looked like or what I did or shock factors from drinking or stuff like that. And I honestly not even lost who I was. I didn't even know who I was because I didn't even build a person for my, like I didn't even build my character up, if that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel more confident sober, which is crazy to think because when you're sober, I mean, my titties were out. Like I was flashing random people. I was the crazy party. Like if you ask any single person on the show, they're like, Olivia is a girl that will rally and be fine the next day.
Ask him about when I was drinking.
Oh, are you the same? Wait, what's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
I'm a Cancer.
Are you?
Oh my God. Oh my God. What's your birthday?
July 4th.
Mine's July 8th.
Really?
Yes. Okay. Maybe it's a Cancer thing.
It might be a Cancer thing.
You were a Cancer. It was insane. And I only caught the tail end of it, but it was the crew that like was running around with you when you were drinking from Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
I mean, we would drink Natty Light till like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, beer
Bush
pong.
Light.
Oh yeah, there's nothing to do up there.
Yeah, and it's
light. Camping, drink,
it's
driving in a car.
Night.
Drink.
To go bevies, road bevies, like four-wheeling drink. You know, like everything was just a drink at the end. And I don't think there was anything wrong with it to a point until it got to a point where it was. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize it's a problem until it is. So
yeah.
At times on both the challenge and on Love Island, you were like posed as the underdog, and you overcame that, and you came out a champion. What would you say to other people in that situation that are in the underdog position?
I think it can feel like a curse, but it's actually a blessing in disguise. I think that it motivated me to prove myself and everyone else wrong. I think it gave me an extra push that like I'm not going to be a stereotypical like, you know, like valley girl, like, you know, or someone that's like a beauty guru or whatever that can't hold her own. I want it to be like you can be both, and you also can, you know, break stereotypes. Like everyone thought like, you know, this girl on Twitter, they were like, Olivia's going to be the first eliminated from the challenge, and to prove them wrong and be like, no, actually I'm not some dumb girly girl. I just actually have fun with my life, and like I don't take things too seriously until I need to. And so don't get it confused for me being stupid. It's just I'm very lighthearted. If you want to talk about business, let's go. If you want to talk about, you know, like working out in fitness, I did that all my 20s. Just because I don't look a certain type of way, maybe like doesn't mean that, don't count me out. So I mean, it pushed me to be better, and also I wanted to prove to Horacio also that I wasn't gonna let him down or hold him back. You know.
Awesome.
Has that made its way into business as well? I mean, that kind of attitude and that confidence.
I'm a very like 0 to 100 person, everything I do. So I've always been very into business and entrepreneurship. I like to read a lot. So that's also a thing. Many people don't like to read. And I've read a lot of like, you know, entrepreneurial books, Think and Grow Rich or Rich Man Poor Man or Rich Dad Poor Dad. Stuff like that when I was very young. Instead of reading like fantasy books, like in high school where you write reports on, I'd read like self-help books, and it was so weird at the time, but now it's like the thing to do. I don't know. I just always been different, I guess, in that way. And I don't know. I just wanted to be the best version of myself all the time since I can remember. So I forget what I was going with this, but yeah, underdog. Underdog. Yeah, I think it's actually a blessing in disguise. And I think if you're the underdog, it's your time to show up and prove people wrong, as well as yourself. Sometimes you'll, you know, underestimate your own abilities. And I did until I started showing up, and I was like, damn, like maybe I'm actually better at things than I was giving myself credit for.
Awesome.
Yeah. Nice. How far do you want to take the business that you're doing in Scottsdale, the salon? I mean, do you want to do a franchise? Do you want to go nationwide? What do you think?
So I don't want to do a franchise necessarily, because with the business I'm in, it's very like, it's a book basis. So it's like you have one person doing your procedure. So it's not like unless I can train every single person to have the quality that I give, I don't want to just like put a random people out there putting my name on them, because you could be a bad tattoo artist and like screw someone up. And I don't want my name behind that. So it's kind of a weird place to be with tattooing when it's like a service industry. It's not like I'm selling something. But I do want to open another place. I have something in Alaska that's in the works, but Alaska doesn't have any training for permanent cosmetics, really. I think they have one person teaching.
Oh, interesting.
So I really want to do that. That would, if and when I open the salon in Alaska, it's going to blow up. So I think I'm waiting until I'm really mentally strong enough to take it all on.
Yeah.
You know,
and you could always go the route of teaching course curriculums on the techniques that you use.
Yeah.
Create modules, sell them as packages, and then anybody anywhere could replicate them even without sort of a franchise type of a arrangement. Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's outstanding.
Yeah.
Super scalable. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
and I love it. I love what I do. I think it's so empowering to take people that like have had, breast cancer and they have no nipples. You tattoo nipples on them. Or people that have alopecia, they have no eyebrows. You can tattoo eyebrows on them. They don't wake up looking at themselves every day in the mirror, not recognizing who they are. Yeah. Or, people have alopecia, have no eyelashes. You can do like permanent eyeliner so they can look a little bit more awake and alive. And it just, goes on. People that don't want lip injections, they can get their lips tattooed, look a little bit more full. So it's just like, it's just confidence, and I love seeing women walk away with more confidence than they came in with.
And when you do your seminars, you're teaching every single one of those you just mentioned? Is that what is it very hands-on? How many people approximately come to these things?
It's very hands-on. It's 2 to 3 at a time students.
Oh, that's outstanding. Yeah. So it's very intimate. Yes. It's not like it's a big...
No.
Okay,
I would like to travel sometime and have seminars where people are already licensed. I'm not teaching them from the ground up. Already licensed, and teach them my techniques. You know what I mean? That'll be amazing, because also then I can hopefully have some girls that are very motivated as well, and they want to be like, the person that looks over their city, and then I can teach them stuff and they can teach people. So branching out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
It's hard though, because being on TV, they don't tell us when we're leaving for things. They don't tell us how long we're going to be gone. The challenge, we could be gone 1 week. We could be gone for 70 days like I was. So it's just very hard to navigate a business with reality TV. So that's what I'm working on right now. And that's why
it has to be.
It's so hard.
And it would have to be passive income, because you couldn't be hands-on literally. You're not going to be here. You're going to be out of the state or even the country.
Yep.
And so is there anyone else that you know of that is successfully doing that, doing both business and reality TV?
No.
Not
the scale I know. A lot of people have clothing brands, yes, but that's also like click, buy. It's kind of like drop ship. Like, it's not hard. I mean, it's
Johnny
not
Bananas comes to mind.
Yeah. And it's not saying that it's not, and it's very successful, but it's just something that I have not stepped in yet. I don't know if I would even want to do that. Maybe I'll do that once my podcast, comes out and I have some merch and stuff.
I'm excited for that for you.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Podcasting is I didn't really see myself doing this. We branched into it a little bit later, but it's a amazing way to just network and get with other people and open up an entire new bandwidth of conversation outside of your field. That's another really interesting thing. I mean, I knew nothing about Love Island. This conversation is
don't
only
ever
happening.
watch it, please. Don't ever. I don't want you guys to see me like that. Oh God, so vulnerable.
But it'll give you the opportunity to have professionals in your sphere that would otherwise probably never interact with you. Just and never cross paths.
Even if you are interacting, a lot of times the conversation is just superficial. But if you get someone to sit down with you on a podcast, it's like long form, and you're going deep into a lot of different subjects. So you're getting deep conversations.
And honestly, like even just the last 2 posts I posted on my Instagram, I kind of went through this thing where I was like, why am I posting something and being like, me and my coffee, or like, girls that it's like, I have a big platform. I want to start using it for like, to people get to know me and my soul and like who I am and like, all this stuff. And I was just so tired with the superficialness, and like, I still want to look cute. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, I want to, every picture I take or every situation I put myself in, I want to like explain like why I'm there, what I feel like in that moment, and not just like, look at me, I'm hot.
You should
like,
yes, you should really connect with Andy on that. She has done the same thing for me, getting me to a point where I'm comfortable opening up, getting a little bit more vulnerable, doing the first form content where it's like, hey, let me ask you a question that doesn't really pertain to this business. Let's talk about something else.
Right.
And it's, because that is where people really want to get. Although I think people definitely have seen a vulnerable side of you more than they have of me.
I mean.
But it is very, very good to switch up that type of content, try to make it, helpful, educational, and useful beyond just the obvious appeal of the aesthetic.
Yeah. And I also think that I was drinking, not to talk too much about it. I probably am going to go into a whole series on my podcast about it, but drinking, I was like hiding, and I never thought of it as hiding because that wasn't the intent, but I just pushed off a lot of my emotions with it and kind of kept everything surface level in my life, very surface level because it was safe. Yeah. And I think that I'm just ready to like dive a little deeper into getting to know myself, but also sharing myself. People really DM me all the time wanting to know, so much about me, and I think that's why I'm excited for my podcast. They can actually get to know me on a non-narcissistic level. I want to just like actually like open up and share, and maybe even have callers call in and feel like they're important as well and they're involved. And so I don't know what it looks like yet, but I'll figure it out.
For any form of addiction, it's definitely, and there's an underlying reason why. And I mean, I've struggled with addiction. He's struggled with addiction. I mean, there's a lot of people. Most of us have struggled with some form of it, and it is usually something else that we are putting a Band-Aid on, and it's good. I think it makes it very relatable as well, because most people are like, well, I would never go on Love Island. That's not really relatable to me to sleep in 6 beds with but it's relatable for her to tell me, hey, I have been 3 weeks sober. I've been an alcoholic for this amount of time, and this is why. That is something that a lot of people will find commonality with. Yeah.
And that's not to say I'll never drink again, but at this point I just don't see myself drinking ever again. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be too putting myself in a box, right? Because that makes me feel pressure and it makes me stressed. I want to just do whatever feels right in the moment. And right now, this moment, I just feel like sobriety is just the best option for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want people like out there to think like I can never be sober. It's like, you don't have to be, but you can always take a day at a time. Like, just, if you want to try it out. So
yeah. 100%. Well, this was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks,
super fun, right? Yeah. Totally. Where can people find you if they want to know more about you, your podcast? Where are you going to air it?
Yeah.
That's another question we can go into. Where are you going to air your podcast?
I'm going to air my podcast on most platforms, but YouTube, I think, primarily is because I'm going to have video as well. I might do a Patreon, but I'm not sure yet because I want to give people content for free, but at the same time, a lot goes into it.
Especially in the beginning.
Exactly. So I don't know yet, but I know that my clips are going to be all over my Instagram, as well as I'm going to have my podcast Instagram more, involved. And then it's going to be on Spotify and Apple Music.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
And your Instagram is what?
My Instagram is my name, Olivia Kaiser.
And Kaiser.
Yep.
The little blue check mark.
Yep,
there it is. Did anyone else get the notification from Meta today?
No.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, yeah. We're all about to have the blue check mark.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, man. That's about to mean nothing.
I know.
All right. What happened?
What's the next step here?
They sent me. I got it. I can't believe it's actually going to happen. They gave me. They're like, hey, do you want to submit your ID and get a blue check mark?
It's kind of like Twitter Blue, right? Twitter
exactly
Blue now
like
you can pay for a subscription for a check mark.
Yeah.
But everyone that has one is, I guess we're like grandfathered in. But
yeah.
I'm like, so what's the next step here? Because now people are gonna be able to buy followers, and hey, listen, like
it's gonna be a
people can buy
gold
followers
check mark.
now. People can buy followers now.
I guess, yeah.
From my understanding, it was never meant to be what it is, which is this, status, esteem, blue check mark, you're famous type of thing. It was meant to be a form of extra authentication to where you're 2-factor so people can't hack you.
Right.
And now that's really, I think, what they're going for. Plus, it's a money grab. I mean, how much money will Meta make if everybody pays them $15 a month?
Yeah, literally. Literally. I mean, go off. I don't really care. I don't really make money on Instagram, honestly. I mean, I do brand deals here and there, but like, that's another thing. People don't make that much money on brand deals, y'all. Like, no, you have to find another source of income. So I don't really care. I'm like, whatever.
It's a resume. It's a way for you. And if you're going to utilize your platform, you can. YouTube is where the monetization's at. That's where you're going to end up making money. So, if that's the way you want to go, and that's the way you want, that's passive income. All you got to do is make a YouTube from anywhere.
Yep.
And with the notoriety of the shows and everything, that'll be easy.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Olivia.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Let's cut it there.